Hi guys, Stuart here, and today we're going to make Dakota's pizza dough base, and then later on we'll make the pizzas. So we'll just have a look at the dough first. So we're going to start with our flour. We're going to make a bay in the middle of the flour, basically make a hole to put all the ingredients in. We've sifted the flour into the bowl. We're going to put our salt in, our yeast. We've got dried yeast. We've got some olive oil. And we've got some water, warm water. Okay? So we want warm water so that the yeast starts to activate. And what we're going to do is just go around with your hands and start to bring all the flour in, and it'll start coming together. So you could do this in a machine if you wanted. If you have a machine with a dough hook, pop it in there. Well, the first stage of making any dough is hydration. So basically what that means is the flour is drinking the liquid. And then in a minute, once it's all drunk up, the liquid, I'm going to start to develop the dough. Right, now it feels okay. There's enough liquid in there to take the rest of this flour in. I'm just going to give it a good push to pick up all that rest of that flour that hasn't got into the mixture yet. Alright, we can keep kneading this in the bowl, or we can take it out onto the bench and just start to knead the dough out a bit. So what this does, it starts to develop the dough and gives it a nice texture. You just have to push it quite hard. It's actually fairly firm, which is okay. So this dough could have taken a tiny bit more water, but I'm pretty happy with that. Just give it a nice knead till it becomes nice and smooth. Alright. And what we're going to do, we're going to pop it back into the bowl that it came from. I'm going to put some plastic wrap over the top. Or we could put a towel over the top. And we're going to let that prove. We're going to sit it somewhere warm, probably about 35 degrees somewhere, and just let it start to rise. I'll show you, this one's one I made before. It's been sitting there for a while. You can see that it's very soft. It's the same mixture, but that's ready to be turned into a pizza now, as opposed to this dough, which is still very firm. It hasn't proved and started to get those gases developed from the yeast in there yet. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to let that sit now and prove. Probably take about an hour there. Hi guys, Stuart here. And today I'm going to show you how to finish off the pizza. We've made the dough already. So the dough is over here. And what I'm going to do is, it's proven, I'm going to take a small ball of the dough off and I'm going to roll out pizza for you. So basically this dough has risen. Now I'm going to you might want a little bit of flour on the bench. So like we said in the recipe, you can do it two ways. You can roll it with a rolling pin. So just put it out like this. Give it a nice roll. Probably want it about 3-4 mils thick. Okay, just like that. Nice even shape. If you want, you can get it, throw it in the air and spin your pizza around. Would you like to see me do that? Or? Alright, let's go. Let's give it a bit of a throw. So we throw it up in the air. Woo! Alright, or we can get it and just stretch it over your fingers like that. Start to stretch out the dough. But either way, yeah, maybe just rolling it out on the board on the bench is quite nice. I've got a pizza here that I've just rolled out and I put it on a slightly oiled tray, and now I'm going to make up my pizza. Alright guys, Chris is just going to put a pizza together now from the pizza we had ready. So first thing she's going to do is put some tomato sauce on, right in the middle, and spread it around nearly to the edges. So this is just a a jar of tomato sauce we bought. You can make your own one if you want. And that's it. You pop that sauce down. I think that's enough on there. Spread it out a little bit more. That's awesome. Good job. Yeah, excellent. Alright, then next we're going to put a little bit of cheese. Just a little bit sprinkled on the bottom. Good. Mozzarella is usually the best one for a pizza. Alright, now we don't want to overcrowd our pizza, we don't want to overload it, otherwise it won't cook, it'll become soggy. So one of Kristen's favourite pizzas is potato, onion and rosemary. So she's going to put some bits of potato, onion and rosemary on. And we've got some bacon today. And we've also got some mushroom and some capsicum, but basically you can put whatever you like on. So just sprinkle that on, don't just dump it on, mate. That's it. Put some of your onion on. Do you want any capsicum on there today, or
yeah,
peppers?
good.
Or
pepper.
Yeah. So you can put olives and herbs, and later on, I'm going to make one later on with some fresh tomato and prosciutto and basil. We want to put this in a fairly hot oven that we've preheated, but you can check the recipe for what we've said on there. And want to get the base nice and crisp. Alright, a little bit of your rosemary on there. Fresh rosemary. You want a couple of mushrooms? Yeah, don't get it too high. Just a few mushrooms around the side. A little bit of your rosemary and then a little bit more cheese.
Whoops, wrong rosemary here. Should I put some of this?
No, leave the basil. I'll use that on another one later.
Okay.
And then you can put a little bit of cheese on top.
Cheese.
I like when the pizza comes out of the oven, I like to finish it with a bit of like chili and garlic oil just freshly poured over the top. That's beautiful. So if you want to try that once it's come out of the oven. It's probably going to take 15-20 minutes in the oven. We mightn't have time to show you the finished product because we're just going to eat it anyway. Alright, thanks Kristen. That looks awesome. Good job.
Cool.
Alright guys, we'll see you soon.